Some homes scream wealth. This one just raises an eyebrow and lets the silence do the talking. Perched above the Bel Air Country Club, Villa del Amor isn't just real estate. It's a romantic fever dream in stone and ivy. Spread across 1.65 acres, it hides behind hedges like it has nothing to prove. Nearly 15,000 square feet of handcrafted opulence, including 9 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, antique French fireplaces, and a primary suite with its own study, spa bath, and golf course terrace. You want indulgence? Try the home theater, wine cellar, and a chef's kitchen where even the copper pots feel underdressed. Formal salons line the interior like a movie set waiting for royalty, or someone who plays the part convincingly. But here's the mic drop. Full frontage on both the 6th and 7th fairways. That's not just Bel Air. That's Bel Air with a wink and a trust fund. And the price for this cloaked, country club-adjacent palace with a name that literally means House of Love? $115 million. This isn't just Canada's most expensive listing. It's what happens when architecture, nature, and restraint collide and create something unforgettable. Welcome to 3,330 Radcliffe Avenue, a Russell Hollingsworth-designed masterpiece perched on nearly an acre of oceanfront in West Vancouver. Built in 1999, this home doesn't scream wealth, it whispers legacy. With over 200 feet of private shoreline, nearly 10,000 square feet of living space, and views that stretch all the way to Point Grey, it's the kind of home you never really own. You just steward it. Step inside and you're wrapped in glass, light, and ocean air. The design blurs every line, inside and out. Structure and landscape, luxury and peace. 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, an oceanside pool, outdoor spa, covered dining terrace, guest suite, sauna, steam room, and a 4-car garage. It's all here, yet nothing feels overdone. It comes with the highest property tax bill on Vancouver's North Shore, over $193,000 last year. But if you're buying this place, you're not sweating taxes. You're paying for seclusion, status, and a seat on the edge of the Pacific that almost never comes up for sale. The price? $43.5 million. It looks like a spaceship crashed into the cliffs of the French Riviera and somehow made the coastline better. Welcome to Le Palais Boulle, or the Bubble Palace, an architectural fever dream hovering above the Bay of Cannes. Designed by Antti Lovag, a man who despised straight lines, this mansion is made entirely of curves. 26 terracotta domes swell and flow like bubbles frozen in motion, forming one of the world's most surreal homes. Inside, a psychedelic maze of sunken lounges, panoramic salons, and 10 uniquely themed bedrooms, each crafted by a different artist. There are 11 bathrooms, all curved, of course. Outside, the fantasy continues with multiple pools, ponds, waterfalls, and a cliffside 500-seat amphitheater used for Dior runway shows and Cannes after-parties. It spans over 13,000 square feet of living space on an 8,500-square-foot plot overlooking the sea. Pierre Cardin called it home. Well, more like a monument to his creative madness. And if you want to host a party here, be ready to drop $33,000 a day just to rent it. As of 2025, the price to buy this architectural sculpture-turned-party palace? A cool $392 million. You're standing 1,396 feet above Manhattan in a home that floats above the clouds. Penthouse 96 at 432 Park Avenue. This is the entire 96th floor, offering panoramic 360-degree views of Central Park, the rivers, and beyond, through 24 10-by-10-foot windows. Inside, a sprawling 8,255 square feet with 6 bedrooms, 7 full bathrooms, 2 powder rooms, and ceilings soaring to 12.5 feet. The great room alone spans 93 feet, complete with a wood-burning fireplace, an entertainer's dream. The finishes? Impeccable. Fendi, Hermes, and Bentley furnishings throughout. A chef's kitchen with a marble coffee bar, a private library, dual dressing rooms in the primary suite, even a custom grand piano etched with Penthouse 96. You arrive via your private elevator landing, and you're the first. This home has never been lived in. It's turnkey, fully furnished, and guarded by top-tier smart security. Downstairs, it's all 5-star. A Michelin-starred private restaurant, 75-foot pool, full spa, screening room, and valet service porte cochere. It once made headlines as New York's most expensive listing ever at $169 million. But now, This iconic sky mansion can be yours for $105 million. This is the Sandcastle, La Jolla's most iconic estate. It looks like a French palace, but it's tucked into a quiet cliffside in California. And yes, it comes with its own private beach, one of the only ones in the entire state. The main house spans nearly 10,000 square feet, with 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, and a chandelier that took 6 months to handcraft. Gold leaf ceilings, custom mosaics, 5 fireplaces imported from France. Every corner is dripping with old-world opulence. You've got a 2-story entry hall, a spa, a yacht-inspired bar, even an elevator that opens directly onto the sand. The estate covers 35,750 square feet of land, includes a guest residence, 11-car parking, a saltwater oceanfront pool, and 360-degree views of the Pacific that money usually can't buy. And the builder? A billionaire who dropped $86 million just bringing it to life. You can feel it on the floors. So how much for this clifftop Versailles with its own coastline, secret spa, and golden glow? $108 million. You've seen mansions, you've seen mega mansions, but this is the one. A 105,000 square foot behemoth floating above Bel Air, with 360-degree views of the Pacific, the San Gabriels, and every inch of Los Angeles in between. It doesn't sit on a hill, it owns the hill. The numbers are ludicrous. A 5,500 square foot primary suite, 20 bedrooms, up to 42 bathrooms. That's more bathrooms than the Four Seasons. There's a private nightclub, Monaco-style casino, a bowling alley, a 40-seat theater, and a 10,000 square foot sky deck built for parties that never end. Want to host a gala? There's a philanthropy wing. Car collection. There's a 30-car garage with motorized turntables. Oh, and 5 pools because one would be quaint. Built by Niall Niami, sculpted by Paul McLean, and hyped as a $500 million listing, the one was supposed to break every record in real estate. And while it didn't quite hit that mark, it still made history. After all the drama, the lawsuits, and the bidding wars, it finally sold for a staggering $141 million, the most expensive home ever sold at auction in U.S. history. If Gatsby moved to Beverly Hills and bought a vineyard, Palazzo d'Amore would be the result. Perched in the golden hills of Beverly Hills, this isn't just a home, it's a luxury empire wrapped in stucco, marble, and Cabernet vines. The 53,000 square foot main residence connects to a 15,000 square foot entertainment complex, meaning you could host the Oscars and bottle the wine for it. Literally, the estate produces 400 to 500 cases of private label wine every year. Inside, there are 12 bedrooms, including a 5,000 square foot primary suite, and 23 to 25 bathrooms draped in silk, marble, and hand-painted ceilings. But the real statement? A 50-seat theater, a ballroom with a revolving dance floor, and parking for 150 cars. Step outside and it's pure LA spectacle. A 128-foot reflecting pool, tennis courts, waterfalls, panoramic terraces, all watching over the city like a villa with VIP status. Originally listed for a jaw-dropping $195 million, it's sad. Even billionaires needed time to process it. The final price? A breezy $129 million, assuming you're not just here for the weekend. At the edge of the Atlantic, tucked into the windswept gold of the Hamptons, stands a house that was never meant to blend in. 4 Fairfield Pond isn't just a mansion, it's a kingdom. A 63-acre estate with its own private power plant, a 164-seat theater, 100-car garage, and enough marble to rebuild a Roman forum. Billionaire Ira Rennert built this colossus in near secrecy. Locals called it a personal Versailles. Inside the 62,000 square feet main house, there are 29 bedrooms, 39 bathrooms, a 91-foot dining room that seats 100 people, and a gallery packed with museum-grade art. There are 3 pools, a bowling alley, and a squash court. Outside, tennis, basketball, a helipad, and the Atlantic, stretching past your private beach like it belongs to you. In a village where $10 million buy you a teardown, this house, equal parts marvel and myth, sits in a league of its own. Its value? An estimated $250 million. A mountaintop dream sculpted in marble and mosaics. Hearst Castle is what happens when a man with endless money hires America's first licensed female architect and says, "Go wild." The result? a 127-acre complex with 115 rooms, including 38 bedrooms and 42 bathrooms, wrapped in history, art, and ego. The 68,500 square feet main house was just the start. There are 3 guest houses, Roman temples turned pools, and a zoo, once home to zebras and giraffes. You could swim beneath gold and blue mosaic ceilings in the Roman pool, or throw champagne-soaked ragers beside the 345,000-gallon Neptune pool, flanked by colonnades and imported statuary. Inside, ceilings were flown in from European cathedrals. Outside, the estate once spanned 250,000 acres, larger than some countries. It hosted presidents, movie stars, and moguls, all summoned by William Randolph Hearst's vision of a California Versailles. Today it's a museum. But if you imagine it going back on the market, and estates like this never really die, the speculative price tag often tossed around $700 million. From the sea, it looks like a palace built by gods, but this is no myth. This is Villa Leopolda, a 29,000-square-foot Belle Epoque fantasy carved into the cliffs of the French Riviera. Once built for a king's mistress, today it's guarded by 50 full-time gardeners who maintain the estate's 50 acres of sculpted orchards, fountains, and rare Mediterranean flora. The villa is a cinematic dream. 19 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, marble staircases, crystal chandeliers, gold-trimmed salons, and a grand ballroom made for presidents, pop stars, and royalty. There's a private cinema, a music room, and even a bowling alley tucked beneath the olives and cypress trees. From Hitchcock films to Dior-level parties, this estate isn't just a home. It's European high society in architectural form. Perched between Nice and Monaco, it offers sweeping views of the Côte d'Azur and complete privacy for the ultra-elite. You don't just live here, you inherit a legend. And while many have tried to buy it, very few can. Because in 2025, the price of this fortress of luxury is whispered more than published, an estimated $750 million. It rises above Mumbai like a monument to ambition. 27 floors, 400,000 square feet, and one name that echoes across every corridor of luxury, Antilia. If this is a house, then the moon's just a rock. It's a vertical city, owned by Mukesh Ambani, Asia's richest man, and engineered to withstand magnitude 8 earthquakes. On Mumbai's prestigious Altamount Road, Antilia is a mix of ancient Indian symbolism and sci-fi level innovation. The top 6 floors are the family's private residence. Below that, a ballroom, spa, salon, 3 helipads, multiple pools, and a 50-seat theater. There's a snow room that literally produces snowfall, a Hindu temple, and even a 168-car garage with its own service station. 3 floors of hanging gardens cool the structure naturally, and 600 full-time staff keep the building running like a luxury cruise ship, one that never leaves Mumbai. Built for privacy, not show, Antilia is both revered and controversial. But no one questions its dominance. It's a towering fusion of tradition, tech, and ultra-wealth. And in 2025, it's estimated to be worth between $4.6 billion, making it the world's most expensive private residence. It began as a simple townhouse in 1703, but royalty had bigger plans. By the time George IV was done, it was a neoclassical palace built to impress an empire. From Queen Victoria's reign in 1837, Buckingham Palace became the beating heart of the British royal family. With over 775 rooms, including 19 gilded staterooms, it's where diplomacy happens in silk and gold. Grand banquets, royal weddings, balcony waves, it all goes down here. Inside, you'll find priceless art, Rembrandts, Vermeers, and Canaletto landscapes, all part of the royal collection. This place isn't just a home. It survived bombs in World War II and still hosts the changing of the guard with military precision. It even opens to the public for a few weeks a year, just enough to let you peek inside the velvet rope. And as of 2025, this crown jewel of London is estimated to be worth a staggering $4.9 billion, making it the most valuable residence on Earth. Here's another video that YouTube thinks is best for you.